Hello again, I am Blunty, and this is the very first Switch 2 accessory I purchased. I've had this for 6 weeks or something before the Switch 2 even launched. It was one of the first things I made available through Amazon.com, and it was like 18, 19 bucks or something. So I thought I'd get them in, just so, you know, at the very least I'd have an accessory for the Switch 2 launch. As it turns out, I've had other accessories that have turned up for review and even a sponsored video and such, but as you can see, this thing had a bit of a hard time in the post, but they are only chunks of plastic, so they should be fine. But now I'm done with sort of some of the initial stuff I wanted to do with the Switch. Now I've actually got time to finally check these out. This is legitimately the first time. Whoops, what was that? Something fell out. I'll just extended warranty for your plastic grips, 3 JoyCon. Sure. Yeah, that sounds awesome. So what do we got here? JoyCon alignment markings, anti-slip silicone mats, wider non-slip buttons. Wider than what? Wider than the ones you made for the Switch 1, maybe? Infrared sensor hole. That's interesting. So far as I know... Oh, wait. They might mean the mouse sensor, which is... I suppose infrared, technically speaking, but it's not the infrared sensor that we're thinking about from the OG. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. JoyCon removal hole. Okay, JoyCon removal hole. So, there we go. Still taped up and everything. Oh, no, this one's not taped up. The tape has come loose. Right, now, first question. Are these ambidextrous? Yes, they are. Plus and minus on both, and... cut out wells for both as well. So, oh, bloody hell. You know what? First impression, stronger than I thought. They've got a really nice texture built into the grip here, like you'd find on a lot of, regular controllers. So they've got that textured plastic around the lobes just to help with a more secure feeling grip. And yeah, immediately noticing that. So the top is very, very slippery. But yeah, the grip around the back there, surprisingly secure. And, oh, good spring on these too. They're not free floating like I thought they were. There is legitimately a spring inside there, helping them spring back up, not just relying on the force of the actual button itself to push them back up. So yeah, this is just a little, again, I don't know if the camera can see that. Yeah, you can kind of just see that. But there's a little plastic prong that just pokes down and pokes at the button on the top of the JoyCon. So let's pop one off there. Just friction fit. Okay, so you have to give it a fair shake for it to fall out again. So yeah, I don't think that's going to come out of there in regular gameplay. Yeah, not bad. So give it a bit of a poke through the hole in the back to release it. And in we go. Yeah, they actually feel surprisingly good. I've mentioned this before, but because these are just a bit larger than the regular JoyCon, and I've already experienced this with a couple of accessories, they feel better in the hand as they are, but also in accessories as well. That extra chunkiness makes accessories feel a little more closely matched to the size of an actual Actually, you know what? Is that the same? Oh, bloody well is. It's actually slightly wider than the Pro Controller. The display slightly wider. Huh. I'll be darned. Again, I bought these just because, not intending to ever use them because I've got the Pro Controller. But you know what? If you are in a situation where you need to share your JoyCons, these actually, I think I might actually really strongly recommend these. These are the best grips I've ever come across. Even the little textured nubbies down here as well. Again, the camera can just kind of pick those up. Don't know what they're there for. Are they for just for you rest your thumb on? I don't know. Now, let's go into free roam here. Yeah, so the shoulder buttons, I mean, they feel a bit plasticky because, well, they are plastic, and of course they're just a bit of plastic pushing down on the actual button, so they don't feel quite as confident as the actual shoulder buttons on a real controller shoulder button. But I tell you what, because they are so deep and so wide, there's plenty of space here, so they don't feel like they're going to dig into your fingers. Like, again, using the JoyCon Raw is very, very awkward to do that. But the Switch 2 one's better than the OG ones were, but still not exactly a delight to use like that. But these, you've just got tons of real estate up here, so guys, I'm actually impressed by these. I didn't expect to be impressed. I thought this was going to be like a minute-long video, and maybe I'd upload it as a short. I don't really do YouTube shorts, but I thought, well, maybe that's all it'll take to get an impression of these things. They'll be cheap and plastic and awful, and, you know, 20 bucks worth of, well, you know, $5 worth of plastic costs you 20 bucks, but they've actually put some real thought into the design of these. Who made these? Who made these? They're not really branded. Oh, yeah, there we go. Mamba. Not a brand I am particularly familiar with, or at all familiar with. Mamba. Don't know if I've ever come across any of their other accessories. But, yeah, I might have a look at the Mamba Amazon store and see what else they got going on, because if their other products are as thoughtfully designed as this, it's not even just one-piece shell either. They've literally, you know, screwed together. There's multiple screws at the back here to screw it together so you can get the mechanism for the springs installed, I suppose. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Oh, I tell you what we've got to try here. Wakey wakey. Go back to the main menu. Did I have it installed is my next question. Hey, all right. I actually did have it installed. Excellent. Let's just put that in there for safekeeping, shall we? There we go. Now we've got a nice little test going for these things, and an ideal use case as well, because if you're playing fun little arcade games like this, maybe you are going to be sharing your controllers. You've got your Pro Controller, you've got both JoyCons, you go 3-player and easy peasy. 4-player ideally. Man, the original Ninja Turtles arcade game, I spent so many hours playing that thing. I think it was one of the first games, if not the first game, that I played when I built my own arcade machine. I don't get to mention that very often on my channel here, but yeah, when I was 20, I built my own arcade machine, designed and built it from scratch. Like literally sat down and designed the thing on graph paper, bought all the materials, built it from scratch out of MDF, and put MAME in there. And it was awesome. And it was done just in time for my 21st birthday party. And me and my mates all sat around it and played it all night long. And I did specifically design it with a 4-player control panel as well, exactly for this kind of game. The Turtles arcade game, and all the related games that ran on the same or similar engines, like the X-Men one and the Simpsons one. It was so much fun. Oh, tell you what though, this is a nice little modern tribute to, to those games. And yeah, I mean, we're still dealing with the weird, you know, positioning of the buttons when it comes to using the Joy-Cons for this kind of stuff. But this grip, sorry, lost focus and died. But this grip really is making this tremendously more pleasant to use the Joy-Con for. So yeah, again, I truly thought I was going to just, this was going to be a bit of a joke video, but I've accidentally found a properly good product in a product category that I have never found a particularly awesome example of. I had a few steering wheels, like for Mario Kart and stuff, and they were pretty good. And I just looked at one in a sponsored video very, very recently as well. That video should have gone up before this one, if everything went to plan. But that one was pretty good. But yeah, as far as, you know, having lobe grips, so you can actually touch these or hold these things like a real controller, I'm going to put the Amazon link in the down below and say you should probably go get some of these if you live in a household where you share the Switch and you feel like occasionally you are going to want to be multiplayer games like this, or Mario Party or Mario Kart, or, you know, all those kinds of games that don't require much from your controller, or you like your little arcade games and multiplayer stuff. Come here, you bastard! There we go. Jeez. He was being obstinate. Okay, that's it from me. No idea how long this video wound up being, because I wasn't paying attention to that. I thought it was going to be a minute, but turns out more than that. But yeah, the Mamba Joy-Con controller grips, just completely dull, uninteresting Amazon product that just happened to be pretty damn good. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty. I will catch you next time. Thank you as always to the patrons, and a special thank you, because this is Switch related, to my Switch 2 dock peeps. You know what you did. You're excellent. Bye, Donnie. You're going to die now. Aw, Donnie. Aw.